So lately I've been seeing Twitter posts and social media posts calling that out season here, or out season's begun, just because a few alts have started to pop off, and everyone like me and you wants to FOMO in, which is only natural. As soon as we see green candles, we like to FOMO in. It just equates money. Green candles equates money to us, and by psychology, just money, we want to FOMO in. But you got to be smart about it. For starters, let's look at this movement here. It's a 10% movement by Ethereum, which is quite small when you compare it to the other alts that had massive rises, like Tron here. It had, what's that, 31% rise alone. 31% rise in the last few days for Tron. But that's obviously if you caught the bottom here, which is highly unlikely. Most people can't catch that exact. So you catch it somewhere here, somewhere here, and you think it's going to go higher, but it ain't, because it's a dead cat bounce. That's what it's known as. Again, Tron, same thing. No, sorry, Icon here, 68% rise in the last couple of days. But this is actually just a dead cat bounce, as most TA specialists would tell you. There's no reason for the market to turn around suddenly and start propelling upwards. There's been no positive news, like for example ETFs have been rejected, so there's no new money coming in. There's no reason for the market to suddenly just turn around and rocket back upwards. It's basically a small period of relief. That's what a dead cat bounce is. So we've been in a bear market. So if I just draw an arrow for you, so we've been in a bear market here, and there needs to be a little bit of a relief period, which is what we're seeing right now. So it's basically a bear dressed up as a bull, and people suddenly start feeling that it's a bull market. They start buying these green candles, but as you can see, eventually it starts to go back down. You know, the relief period is over and the values start to drop again. But how do we know this as well? We know this simply by market cap. We look at the April May market cap. It stood at 470 billion US dollars. Right now it's only at 221 US dollars. That's almost half of where we are a couple months ago. There's no new money coming in. ETFs have been rejected time and time again. There's no reason for people to start coming back into the Bitcoin market until an ETF gets approved, which is I believe in September 20 or 2021. I'm not sure on the exact date. That's the next announcement, if the ETF has been rejected or been approved. It's highly unlikely that we're going to see a reversal in these alts or even BTC's fortunes at all. We might see relief periods here and there, but most likely we're not going to see any major alt season for a while. So before you do FOMOing, before you start making these massive gambles, just ask yourself this: is there new money coming in? If there's no new money coming in, then this relief period is only there for a little while. If you've missed the bottom, don't bother buying halfway through, because you're going to end up losing money. And wait for it to hit a decent support. I think Icon just hit a little bit of support and it's bouncing back. You can start accumulating from here. Spot buy basically. Dollar cost average. Don't buy all your coins here, because it might go lower eventually, and then when it hits another support, you buy it there and you start accumulating, and that's the way you grow your wealth over time. Eventually the market will turn around, and that's when you start making profit. But for now, ignore all the Twitter shows, ignore all the media posts that saying it's out season. That's not true, and just be smart with your money.